What are you doing to those poor Cheetos?
Now it's a bowl instead of a bag.
Holy
Cheetos are...
You're jealous of my genius!
Cheetos are gross, and it makes you a gross person for eating them.
Okay. Cheetos have no food value in there.
Don't worry.
But they taste good, and that's all that matters.
Do not worry.
You're jealous.
Greetings, friends, family, and distinguished guests, and welcome to the table. This is Black Arrow, a sci-fi saga. I'm your humble host and dungeon master, Connor Zeitlin. I have with me today and onward 4 lovely players. My dear friends, Max Levinton.
No.
John Freeman.
Have you come to steal my eyes?
ADD.
Oh,
and
God.
Connor Foster.
I'm going to steal the moon.
Okay, last we left off, our lovely, wholesome crew of the Black Arrow was engaged in a lot of slaughter and bloodshed in the Plaza de Plaza in Barbaria. In the wake of the battle, Knights Templar drops their arms, stands in surrender as the clones of Barbaria cheer and howl at the nebula that is currently howl at the great nebula in the distance, screaming, "What's popping that bone?
What's popping that bone?
What popping that bone?"
They all sort of now like disperse and get out of here. A lot of them rush through to you guys, give their good words. Thank you all tremendously for the work that you've done, for intervening and saving their lives. Captain Zendeef Pelt, who is very, very visibly hurt through all of this battle,
Doctor time.
Yep.
steps up to you guys. She's pretending like she's not injured. She's like, "Ugh, so that was good. That went well.
Both your legs are broken. Broken arm. Three broken.
It's fine. Don't worry about it."
That's not.
You can see the bone from out of the
You
arm.
broke it worse.
No, it's fine.
4 broken fingers and a broken ear, which really does impress me. And I pull out my med pack, and I'm going to heal her for.
It's fine. No, really, it's fine. And she collapses and falls unconscious.
Oh, okay. I'm going to stick her with the heal stuff.
Okay. As you are attending to this, as you're attending to Zendeef, David Coney.
Vance, I'll save your fiance.
Why'd you lick your lips when you said David Coney?
Because I have salt on my lips from this.
Just another relationship going on here.
Oh my God, Connor likes what they sees and sees what they want.
You float in an abyss beyond the void. You feel yourself drifting, and you get in touch with a certain number of powers, a certain number of things going on. You begin to see everyone sort of tending to the battle, people running around. You see that your robots are all in sentry mode. They're not helping you. What's going through your mind as you realize you're about to die?
Oh. Let's see. Well, I feel a sense of a lack of accomplishment, because I'm supposed to, be this sort of this god of sorts, and this is supposed to be my ascension of sorts, and it doesn't seem that great, And David's sort of like, I have a lot more to accomplish, my legacy isn't really intact, etc., etc.
You realize that although you started out at a really high point, you've done nothing but lose constantly.
Wow.
The companies have done nothing but take from you, even though you've tried to bargain with them and make exchanges. They've taken your divinity, they've taken your friends, your children. You begin to hear Magna in your brain. You're thinking like him, you realize. Do you embrace this?
Join me, brother. We'll take him down together.
Sure.
Yes, sir! That girl's.
You realize the only way to end this suffering, the only way to get what you want is to commit to the eradication of corporate powers.
I take that back. I not embrace this. In death, he's a staunch cap for this. No.
No, and this is the moment where David Coney sees everything for what it truly is. What does he choose? If you want to take it back, you can take it back.
Sees Marcus's vision.
You won't?
Well, I mean, I don't want to be like Mr. Marx over here. My goodness.
It's not like it's just like it's not eradicate business and economy. It's eradicate corporations. Like
You want a free market, and you don't want either governments or corporations controlling that market.
I like that. All
you're a
right.
libertarian.
I'm libertarian now. I've ascended.
Yeah, I've ascended. I've gone beyond authoritarian.
You
right.
have become
I
a full
am a
Ron Swanson at
libertarian
this
now.
moment.
You realize this essential truth. What, as you realize that you're about to die, your robots surrounding you are doing nothing to help you. They can't do anything to help you. Your consciousness is providing them power. You are not divine. Nothing is working like it's supposed to. What does David Coney think about this?
Well, I mean, like I said, he's disappointed, you know?
David Coney, I need you to give me a death saving throw.
Alright. What if I told you it was a natural one? That would be unfortunate. But no, it was not that much better, so that's gonna
Really?
fail. Yeah.
You realize you're coughing up blood. What does David Coney think?
David isn't really thinking. He's sort of just resigned at this point. He's like, oh, well, that's unfortunate, you know.
Time to rest, like.
Yeah.
In any case, you close your eyes and you feel the light radiating onto your face, and it's cut off by something. As you're making your way towards David Coney, Fairman, you instantly see someone who's going to make it there quicker. Anna runs runs with a med pack and starts charging a defibrillator.
Can I notice this?
She screams to you, "Why aren't his robots doing anything?
I don't know.
Come on, help me!"
Fairman starts like running over there.
Do I notice this?
Okay. You want to give her advantage on this medicine check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could I slap a bardic inspiration on that?
Yep. Or D10. 7. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
that's gonna be a 25. David Coney. You hear through sort of this strange sense you have of the world around you as you're dying. Come on, you're not done yet. Let's go. Come on. And you feel life hit you like a truck as they are zapping your heart back into motion. You're back.
I'm the chosen prophet of libertarianism.
All of the
I
robots are.
am enlightened.
That was close.
Okay. Fairman doesn't know why the robots didn't do anything. So
What is he?
he's like, he goes, "Gentlemen, he was there bleeding out. Why didn't you help him?
What do you mean?
He was dying.
That lightning bolt missed him by an inch.
I watched the lightning bolt hit him. I was sure he was dead."
You see Anna turns towards the robot speaking and goes, "He was dead and you were all powerless to help." David Coney, do you speak for yourself in this moment?
I mean, David is sort of well aware as to why they did nothing. You know, like, it's a direct link to his consciousness. And I just turn to my companion and say, "Fear not." For it is of no malconstruction of dear Constantine here, but it is an error of my design.
But I am you in every way, sir.
Indeed, so when I am struck with deadly force, I'm assuming you are equally incapacitated.
But that's why we've separated our consciousnesses.
That's what I assumed. We'll have to do some investigation as to that.
Very well. I am puzzled, sir.
Likewise am I. Likewise am I.
This is not a feeling I am used to, nor is it, I believe, a feeling you are used to.
You are correct. Though this is a day of many firsts for you, is it not?
Indeed. That bombardment was super cool.
It was. It was. We will do it again sometime soon. To the chagrin of the deity that runs this D&D show.
Hold on, I just want to because I assume you're not in that good nick, even though you're alive. You're still pretty hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Probably quite burnt.
Oh yeah, you have sort of black lightning scars sort of running across your face.
Hold on. So
Yeah.
so Fedman just kind of leans in for he daps you up. Hold on. Hear me out.
He's not in the mood for
Hold
that.
on. No. He goes in for the hug He's giving this here. Give me that hand.
Does David Coney take it?
David is on the ground.
Yeah, David sort of he's just.
Oh, I didn't realize he was sitting on the ground. Okay,
Yeah.
so he
If
kind of
you
just
wanna- if you want to call a doctor at some point.
I'm assuming Anna's doing that.
Yeah,
So
Anna's not a doctor.
Anna has medical training.
God damn it!
wow, you got usurped. That's crazy.
She's gotten CPR AED training. That's why.
Okay,
she
well
has,
that's not
That's-
I want the actual
I've got
doctor.
that.
She has proficiency in this.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put that.
I just kind
You're
of.
proposing to her?
No. Listen to me. Listen to me, boy. I lean down and I just kind of go in for the hug, and I don't care if he reciprocates it or not. He's just
David, it's comforting but very painful.
It is. I'm get the doctor. Furman.
Doctor, you are Zendif starts breathing again, and
I rather appreciate it when my patients start doing that again.
yeah.
It's kind of nice.
It's a good sign. It's a good sign.
Zen-
So I take Zendiv, and I plop her in Vance's arms.
yes, sir.
No! I'm nowhere near there right now.
Yeah, no, Vance, you definitely attend to this.
Yes. No, Rick, you're getting railroaded.
Let them
Get
drop.
railroaded,
Then-
baby.
then what are
Call
you
me
doing?
Amtrak.
No, I actually have a plan.
What are you doing?
I have a plan. I want to do a perception check.
Yeah.
I'm looking around.
Yep.
I want to see if there's. I know the techno bastard died.
Yep.
I want to see if there's anyone else who might be in charge of anything, like some sort of commander, some sort of leader, someone that might have some sort of information.
Yeah, so there's a Knights Templar shock trooper who is sort of the last one remaining. He's sort of called this surrender.
You want me to roll anything?
You walk up to him. His visor shifts back, says, "We've surrendered."
Too bad for you, GI.
What is your ranking?
Knights Templar shock trooper.
Who authorized this attack outside of the big man over there? Well,
Big
the big
man
man
was-
down there now.
Big man was authorized to lead the attack.
But who authorized the attack itself?
Go ahead and give me either an intimidation check, or a persuasion check.
So, let's see here. How much are you getting paid at Caliphate? Why do they have your allegiances?
Knights Templar.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
What are your allegiances with Knights Templar? Why did you start going down this interesting career path?
This is my job.
Yes. But at some point, what's your name?
My name is Evan.
Evan. So time, baby little Evan was like, oh, you know what I want to do for a living? I want to be a little grunt in a giant militia fighting force or whatever. No. What made you go down this career path, Evan?
I'm part of an elite fighting force.
Yes.
Proud
But
of that.
yes. But You could have, I'm sure you would have had more self-authority working under the pirates or even in the military.
It's better than being an outlaw, and it's better than working in the factories.
Buddy. All I'm saying is that I'm sure you're not getting paid as much as a Knights Templar grunt as you would be going out this on your own time. You could have been a pirate. Pirates are cool. Now you're just like a weird guy with a shield that just gets paid minimum wage to stab people.
I get paid a lot more.
Microaggression.
I get paid 2 times minimum wage. 18
Actually,
quid.
I'm probably nearby, right? I'd like to,
You're dealing with people.
because I just want to give a slight input.
What's your slight input as you're walking?
How about you come and
Don't punch him.
As you're walking by to deal with David Coney?
Yeah. I go, how much do you make?
Never ask a man his salary. My goodness.
Never be
okay,
sexist.
okay. I was gonna say that's an inappropriate question.
The point is, I probably made double that per job as a mercenary, and then I keep on walking.
You 100% did not.
Oh, I know that.
But
Yeah. I'm not gonna roll deception
You're
though.
just being
Don't worry.
a-hole to the
He's
prisoner of
he
war.
you
It's
see
like,
that sort of hits him.
Scoreboard!
You see that sort of hits him weirdly. You get advantage on your persuasion.
Okay, can I keep going? I have an idea.
Yep.
It's like, Evan, do you know how monopolies work?
Yeah.
So let's see here. Right now, there are many different fighting forces in this system. Would you agree? We've got the military, we've got Knights Templar, your employers, we've got pirate options. So for a fighting man like yourself, you have options, and that keeps wages competitive. However, in these couple days where we both know that Knights Templar is going to try and remove these other military options, what do you think will happen to your salary?
Give me a deception check, because that's not exactly.
Okay. No. Wait,
But,
you
but
might
it's
have cooked.
really convincing, and you have advantage.
That's an economics check.
I mean, I get bonus
Deception, yeah.
advantage. Good thing I got advantage. That was a 5. Oh,
You should get triple
Oh, my
advantage.
God.
Advantage from me and then advantage from him being good.
net 20.
Yes, sir! Economics, baby.
I know Vance was literally a professor.
You see, he looks at you and goes, "Oh my god."
Oh my.
I'm being robbed and I don't even know it.
Yes, sir! Join the cause!
I'm killing my own salary. In a brutal cycle of. Oh god!
So, you see, it's in your best interest to make sure that Knights Templar does not destroy the monarchy and the pirates and all the other people that they're deciding to
Oh my
attack.
god! Take this armor. I don't want it. And he pulls it off of himself and runs into the crowd of pirates, going, "I'm with you now! I'm with you now! I don't want my wage to drop because of monopolies. I want to stop the monopoly." And they're like, "We're a full rogue faction, dude. That's not how it works, but awesome."
That's the best.
We should recruit him to the Black Arrow crew.
Yes! Oh my god. Can we offer him a competitive wage?
Yes, we'll offer him.
You scream after him and say, "Wait, I can offer you a good
David
wage."
Cody has infinite money!
I know a rich man!
You do?
Yes!
He's that one over there!
Yes, he might have gotten zapped a bit,
He's
but I'm
see
sure
me, smoking
I'm sure you can figure out a business arrangement.
Oh, he was shooting at me with his goons.
Yeah, but I mean, you were shooting at him. It's a job, kid. It's
Oh,
a
that's
job.
true. All right, you know what? If I can, when's my interview?
Right
Talk to the
now,
guy.
you'll get. I can guarantee you a 5% pay raise.
I mean, I don't really have a 5%.
Yeah, 5%.
You can guarantee 5%.
I can guarantee you 5%.
That's better than nothing. Listen, I'm down for I don't really have a resume, but I mean, I just fought in a battle. I mean, that can be my resume.
Yeah, I saw you stab some bastards. You know what you're doing.
I'm sitting there smoking.
I cut down
like
those clones.
Bristol.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, you
Are
bastard. No. In the past.
Water under the bridge, buddy, huh?
You shoot at water under. It's like, yeah, you know what? Water under the bridge. I'm a new man now. Bye bye, nice.
Yes, Evan!
And
We kidnapped another guy!
He's looking at you walking backwards towards Dave Coney. I'm a new man now. That's right. What? And he falls into space.
No! I wanted information from this guy.
You fell in this. No,
Guess what? Please. I'm going to cast Fly on him.
You with your reaction sort of gesture, your two flying bots skydive into space, grab him and pull him back. Ah! Oh my god!
I'm like on the ground, so like like little smoke coming off my skin as I'm like just sitting there in misery.
How many?
What was that?
Are we gonna collect?
What was that?
He fell into space.
Flappy bird wing things. Nothing important.
That was your future employer. See, he's already looking out in the benefits department. Benefits? We will save you from falling into a giant pit.
Okay, what do you want to know?
What is the chain of command that authorized this event and did?
Oh, right, yeah, now that I'm not with Knights Templar or anything, it was Ignacio Antuga, Chief of Armies. He sent us all here. He was gonna send clones, but Caliphate Studios was like, no, don't send a bunch of clones to Barbaria. That's a bad idea. So we sent a squadron, a platoon of shock troopers and infantry instead, led by, of course, the Technomancer.
This, what was their name again?
Ignacio Antuga.
This Hypnosio. Do you know if they are in the premises leading any of this, or are they far away? at the
Chief of
moment?
Armies. He's coordinating the deal with the monarchy, and he's coordinating. He's coordinating with Caliphate Studios for some reason. I don't know why, but they've been giving us the clones. I'm assuming you know about that because you weren't like, what the hell do you mean?
Right.
So yeah.
I'd like to ask a question.
Yeah.
For this mission, you were Coney, you regained 6 hit points. And I. Oh wait, never mind. Wait, because I'm casting this at a higher level. 11 hit points, and I turn to him and I go, "Was there a briefing room in which you were talking? This mission was introduced to you?"
Well, yeah.
Of course. Do you know by any chance if these briefings are recorded for, file purposes or?
I mean, they were recorded, and the recordings were stored in that dude's head, and well, you really made quick work of that, didn't you?
So every single briefing ever has been stored in this head, or is it like a room? Where
Well, for this mission, it was stored in his head.
What about
all
for
of his previous missions?
I'm not going to get anything from this guy, am I?
Yeah.
I mean, listen,
our employee now.
I'm telling you what I know.
Well, I haven't interviewed
Look,
yet.
I mean, he's completely on our side, right? I need to get as much dirty information on Knights Templar as possible. You were a shock trooper for them. You did their dirty work.
I'm telling you what I know.
That's all you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. I stick another syringe into David.
Alright. Oh,
Okay, pull all of this.
that is the good stuff. Alright, right for your interview?
So you grab this guy, you pull him back to the Black Arrow, a bunch of robots escort you guys back. Fairman.
Yep. So, you were saying that a bunch of clones were like patting me back.
Yes.
And hoo-hey. So obviously I had to run to tend to David Coney, but
Yes.
it seems like he's doing
He's
pretty
doing
okay.
alright now. Yeah.
So I turn because I'm actually on top of one of those ships, huh?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of elevated already.
Yeah.
So I look back to, I guess it's kind of like a crowd.
Mhm.
A lot of dead pale people.
Yeah.
Also, I would say probably a lot more alive ones.
Yes.
So I turn to the crowd. Clones of Barbaria!
You see, they are all sort of stop what they're doing and turn to you again.
Today, you have defended your home from those who would take it away from you.
Behind you, the massive battleship of Knights Templar is exploding and falling into space.
That's not gonna hurt anyone.
No.
Oh, that'd be my my little legionnaires who did
Yeah.
that. Yay.
And I say, but the battle is far from over. We will not just defend what we have, but take back what we have lost.
You see, they all murmur in agreement, gesturing to their fallen next to them.
Yes. What does that mean?
Their fallen friends. Their fellow.
Which means that they're gesturing to them.
They're acknowledging that they've
Yeah.
lost.
Oh yes.
Although they've won, they've lost. They still lose. They have things to take back, places to be.
Okay. Here. This is cool.
Okay.
Now that you have seen the cost of battle, what it will bring, but also tasted in the glory of victory, I ask you again: will you join me? Will you take back what is yours? Your rights.
There is no rallying call, no stream of affirmation, but there is a unanimous, perfectly in sync, and ultimately 10 times as powerful single step forward towards you.
Words are one thing, but actions are another.
And you see they all nod their head at that.
I step down from the ship. I kind of jump off and make my way towards Reggie, or to see if he's still alive. I guess.
There are a bunch. Yeah, the Reggie. He sort of like led
the
this
regiment. Yeah.
Yeah, he led the regiment. He is very wounded. Sort of nursing a shard of metal that's jutted into his.
Will
stomach.
he live?
He will. It will take him a long time to recover.
I got it.
Go on. You got him. You got him, Furman. Go on.
I
Get him. Take my gun. Go finish it.
finish what?
Kill that technomancer asshole.
Reggie, we already got him.
What?
My good friend, the doctor tackled him off of the spaceship.
I rush over and I'm like, holy, that's a big piece of metal.
Yes,
I'm
doctor.
losing a lot of blood. Oh boy.
He
Help
is.
him. Help him.
I get out another syringe. Actually, no, and then put it back. And I go,
Stop!
What's your blood type? What's your blood type? What's your blood type?
My man has more syringes than the entire city of Columbus.
The
Ohio.
clones
It's
would
crazy.
all have the same blood type.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the blood type is. I take it, stick it under him, patch up the wound, and I'll start working on that.
Patch the wound. You have to. It's sort of. He's fully impaled, so you can't really.
Reggie, deep breath for me, buddy.
Don't
Don't
take it out.
Pull it
You're
out.
the worst doctor I've ever seen in my life. Don't pull it out.
Doctors do pull it out. Don't pull it out in war because it start bleeding out, but a doctor has to pull it out so they can patch it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
have the tools to
generally
patch it.
on an operating table, bro.
Yeah.
We're fine.
And, he also, and if he's fully impaired, you do it for mental.
I am a combat medic, so I'm used to not doing this on a sterilized table. Reggie, deep breath, buddy. 3, 2, 1. Quick patches.
He falls unconscious, and you patch him up, and he's.
And then I kind of put the spear or the metal next to him, and I pat it. I'm like, that's yours now.
Awesome.
Okay, I want to scale the Tower of Greg.
And I want to roleplay my interview.
We're not rolling.
We're not role-playing
I'm sorry.
either.
We'll just assume that we recruited
qualified.
maybe another employee.
Yes.
We are now going to go into sort of. We're now going to go into somewhat of a sort of fast forwarding a number of weeks, 2 weeks of downtime before you all gather back together to address the what is it called? The bringing online of the Armada Inquisitor.
I actually like that idea.
But wasn't it going to happen in 2 weeks?
Yes. So we are going to go, but one by one, and you guys are going to talk about what you are doing in those 2 weeks.
Okay, well, will there be a chance to roleplay some things happening?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, 1 week and 5 days, or
Yeah, 1 week and 5 days.
Okay.
About 2 weeks. You are all sort of in this battle as we zoom away. We hear you guys all sort of talking together. Let's get back to we hear Louise go. Where's everybody? Is everybody safe?
Luis, I kind of.
Yeah.
We're all good.
He says he sort of motions for all of you from the balcony to get back to the ship.
Some injuries, but everybody's recovering.
Yeah.
Right, because our ship is currently lodged in another ship.
Yeah.
So we should probably do
you
something
see
about
Zendif hobbles along with you guys. Mateo says, I'm occupied. I can't help you guys anymore, but you did. That was freaking awesome. He's like sort of, I'm aboard the ship that is actively falling into the void. I'll figure something out.
I put my thumb out because I know he can see it.
Yeah.
And then for the next 1.5 weeks, I can input that Fairman and I are going to spend a lot of time giggling like little gossipers about how we're going to get him
Yes.
and Danny together.
And this entire time,
gonna
I'm
happen.
training my new personal assistant. He's gonna be my new medic, so I don't have to deal with that stuff if I ever get downed again.
that's not his skill set.
It's not his skill set.
Gotta learn.
Coney, I
Okay.
will assure you I'll be beside you.
So we're gonna have a quick sort of conversation on the Black Arrow. Additionally, you guys are all sort of traveling together. But before we break for this 2-week downtime, is there any like a scene that you guys all sort of want to do together? As you guys are all gathering together into the Black Arrow to leave Barbaria.
I'm
Cody.
gonna gift everyone some stuff. I'm gonna give Vance an I Heart Barbaria T-shirt. Furman, I'm going to give you nothing.
What the? I held your hand as you were
Don't
nearest
worry.
back to hill.
Don't worry.
I went to the clone
Don't
ghetto
worry,
and all I got was
you'll
this
get
crummy
some.
T-shirt.
Anzo, I will be giving you. What will I give Anzo?
It's okay, Doctor. Your life is...
New sword?
Did I just call you Doctor?
Yeah, I'm gonna gift him an energy sword. You know, like
I don't need it.
that doesn't matter. It's a souvenir. It has a,
It's not any good anyway.
I take
Yeah.
the 1d4 damage energy sword. and I kinda,
Ish on it is
I Heart
Anzo.
Barbaria.
Yeah, I Heart Barbaria.
It's one of those plastic lightsabers.
Yeah.
And then I give to Furman a hat that says I love libertarianism.
Yes. Okay.
Pirates are libertarians.
I guess. I mean, like, I guess.
Okay. You all sort of you all get your gifts from David.
I whack Vance with the sword.
You whack Vance with the little.
Don't drop Zenji again!
It makes to this fucking like whoa.
Does anyone want to address the group?
I probably want to address the group about talking to the king.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Gentlemen, my next order of business takes me off of Barbaria.
I'm sorry. Do I look like a man to you?
I use gentleman as a non-gendered term.
Gentlewoman. You're not very,
Not
yeah, woman. Gentleman and woman.
I'll blow your brains out.
Gentleman, angry woman.
I believe that Fanaman's right. We need to establish our priorities and see if they still intermesh. Because, you know, it is vital that we stick
Sorry.
together.
What were you actually trying to say?
Yes. I am headed. My uncle Louise has generously promised me an audience with the king. You are all at this point familiar with my goals and my mission, and this is the next step I must take.
Zendi goes, 2 weeks, right? I'm gonna be all up the Code Lord's asses trying to get Barbaria to move.
That's good, Zendiv. Listen, your home, it came under attack for the first time.
and I'm gonna have revenge for that.
Do you think that maybe we could count on your support?
You can count on my support, if not the whole of Barbarius.
And Fairman, like a smile creeps across his face, and he just sticks out his hand and goes in for a big ol' handshake.
She takes your hand and crushes it in her grasp and just shakes it like you never had a handshake that actually hurts before.
Hand broken, shoulder dislocated.
Yes, exactly.
Fanaman, are you hurt? I've got syringes.
Why do you like syringes so much, dude?
Vance, she turns to look at you. You staying here?
Perhaps. So you plan to
Anna
speak...
goes, actually, remember how your name was erased and you were dead?
Right.
You see Zendiv sort of looks at Anna. Anna doesn't like being interrupted. And Anna sort of steps in front of her in this way that's like no one steps in front of Zendiv felt that way. And she says, actually, I think I have somebody who... I have a lead into something that... I have a lead into Vega Orionica. Basically, like, clones were... Like, okay, I was talking to a Caliphate Studios agent, and they were talking about, like, the weird stuff that Vega did with clones, and how she used to, like, erase them if she really liked them to protect them from something. And those secrets... I don't know, something one of them mentioned. Those secrets were taken to her grave. I think that, I don't know, something about that doesn't hit me right.
So if Caliphate If Caliphate thinks that Advanced Artwork Cloud number 2703 is dead, who do they think they've been chasing?
Well, you, of course, but I don't know, something about the database was... There's some, like, thing that they have in their database that is... that doesn't apply to you because you're cut out of it. That's why they're cheap. They would... It seems as though... I think it's that they would know where you are. Now, that would make sense that they were able to find Barbaria, because there's a whole lot of advances here that if they just knew where they were in the galaxy, would be able to find them.
When you say that Vega took the secrets to her grave, when you say that Vega took the secrets to her grave, is there a chance that was meant literally?
I don't know. I think it's worth finding out.
There was never a casket.
That is true.
Zendeef takes a step back and starts, like, hobbling out of the Black Arrow.
Oh, and I go, wait. Okay, take this 3 times a day. Take this 2 times a day. Here's another syringe. Inject yourself in the leg.
She
Anytime you
shoves it. She's just shoving all of it into a bag. She's like,
She
got
just
it,
eats
got
all
it.
of it.
No, I don't want. Go.
She hobbles out, just able to take so much pain. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You probably should have told them not to take that with alcohol.
Anna says, well, it doesn't matter. She'll be fine, I guess.
Yeah, I think so, gang.
Why does Anna not like her?
She's rude, annoying,
Threatened to kill him like
Violent?
twice.
tried to kill me like twice.
Yeah,
Could you use something less loud?
that's fair. I tried to kill Coney like twice, and he's kind of... You killed me, right, Coney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luis sort of steps up to you, Fairman.
Cool.
Luis steps up to you and says, you were talking about your audience with the king.
Yes,
I'm-
Uncle Luis.
I'm very lucky. I was able to get an audience with him before these 2 weeks are up. And you'll be able to speak directly with him in the same room as him.
The meeting is private.
Indeed. I will be watching. No one else.
You will be there in the meeting?
No, I will be watching and listening.
Understood.
That was the condition, that I was to bear witness and be responsible for anything that would happen in that meeting.
Understood. I assure you, no harm will befall the king while I speak to him. It would not only be a great dishonor for me and for you, but for my organization. So I do not have any intention of killing the king. I mean to parlay, and I mean to parlay from a position of strength, as it seems as though we have the clones on our side, and we have, obviously, Thunderhawks is a strong military, paired with, it looks like Zendeef is working on winning the support of the Barbary pirates as a whole, which is going to be pretty... I mean, if it wouldn't be a powerful enough military force to just take over, it would be enough to assure the destruction of the monarchy at ours or the corporation's hands.
Mm-hmm. So, you're in the on the bridge with Luis, and a transmission appears. You don't know who it is.
Okay. But I press to accept the...
Jeffrey pops up,
Oh, Jeffries.
and Elena holds behind him.
Captain Holtz.
Fairman, we know you haven't received the message.
Captain
because-
Holtz, before you continue, my uncle is in the room.
Okay, if I could ask your uncle to please leave.
Uncle Louise, do you think we could have a moment?
Yes, of course. So he turns around, he descends the ladder. You see he is completely genuine, doesn't put any microphones in or anything like that. But you see they go, did he put any microphones down?
He did not.
Okay, good.
You understood what's happened at Barbaria? You've heard the reports?
There are none yet.
Let me be the first to give it to you then.
Very well.
I have won the support of the clones of Barbaria.
Shit.
and shit.
This complicates things.
It surely is only a good thing.
For a minute, doesn't matter anymore.
How does it not matter?
El Presidente has called for us to retreat. They're putting in the militant wing to directly support the companies.
Support the companies.
They think that if we support Iberia, if we support the active powers moving to upset the monarchy already in Iberia, it will be an easier transition for us.
Captain Holtz,
I agree with them.
I need 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'll have it done. I'll have it sorted.
It is
no
already-
blood needs to be shed.
It is already done. Fairman, report back to base. When the transmission ends.
Hold on, I need to report to them about what's happened at...
Doesn't matter. They hung up.
Wow.
All right, moving over to David Coney.
Yeah.
David Coney,
Yes.
your one of your robots is sort of like bustling around, walks up to you and says, "A message for you, sire."
Oh, fantastic.
From one of their eyes, a hologram of Magna comes up and he says, "David Coney,
Mr. Delvere.
did
how
you
are
like the fireworks?"
They were splendid. I can't imagine a better parting gift.
That was parting gift.
Oh, for when I head off world.
You're leaving so soon.
Not this soon. I still have some time to see an old friend.
Well, there's a party going on in the Undercity.
I will be there.
Well, why don't you join us soon? How did your new Constantine, was it? How did he perform?
Constantine seems to be directly tied to my consciousness, for when I was incapacitated, he failed to operate.
That's not how that works, Coney.
Well, you would be surprised.
I think there's something else going on. That's not an issue with Constantine. That's an issue with you.
Do tell.
I want you to give me an insight check.
That was real bad.
What is it?
3.
That's fine. I wanted either really bad or really good, so.
Yeah.
You see, he says, "What's the only thing that would stop him from helping you?"
I would not know.
You don't want to be a god, do you?
That remains to be seen.
I think you know deep down inside.
Well, I'll show you that I can drink like a god this evening at the party. I mean,
Hell yeah!
Oh, yeah.
What? We're just going to ignore that?
I think you sort of just completely divert away from that. That's not a topic you want to think about right now.
What's the guy's name that I just hired?
Hell yeah, you will!
Evan.
Evan! We're going partying. You're my designated driver. You make sure I don't get myself killed.
Vance or
Evan
Cloud,
goes, "Hey, listen, I'm being paid, so that's chill."
I jumped down the stairs already in a leather suit and tie, saying like, "Did somebody say party?"
Oh, yes, I did. Vance, we're rolling.
All right.
And
I assume the two of you don't really go to this
Wait,
party.
can I like see like can I like roll perception? Because I'm assuming like Mr. Rosas looks a bit dour after this conversation.
Do you show any outward signs? Yeah, I think you do.
Fairman doesn't go to parties.
Yeah, but also like you two
He
sort of
doesn't have drink
see.
is the issue.
You two sort of see these two somewhat dejected.
Like
And I think the two of you sort of notice this.
you gentlemen look like you're having a bad day. I mean, you guys sure you don't want to come and hang out with your dear friends, Coney and Orcloud?
I don't drink.
I don't think I.
Well, you can get a mocktail. It'll be fun. We can get your dance, and I know you're quite the charmer.
I need some time to focus.
I find parties to be dangerous.
All right.
You guys go. We'll be alright.
Before we depart, I was hoping I could hear what you were planning to converse about with this meeting with the monarchy.
Yes, the meeting with the king. That is in, Uncle?
A week.
A week. It's in a week, and I plan to discuss from a position of strength, the transition from the Iberian sister systems to a republic system and the demonopolization of the Iberian market.
I assume that perhaps you may need someone who has more insight into corporate matters, caliphate matters.
Louise interrupts you and says, the meeting is for him and him alone.
This is a close compatriot, a second in command, really. Perhaps you're also second in command. You're not in command.
Fantastic fantastic captain.
David Coney will remember that.
Surely an exception could be made. It would only help the proceedings of the meeting. I will keep him away from the alcohol.
I'm afraid not. I can't do anything. The arrangements are made. If you show up with another, it will be denied.
Louise, what if I was, on paper, his bodyguard? After all, that's the only reason why we're in this together.
Looking like that will not fly.
We could get a set of armor for him.
And I look down, I'm like,
It would melt off your skin.
yeah.
We could get some strong armor.
I want to start fast forwarding now.
Okay.
The party goes excellently. You all have a blast. The two of you have some incredible soul-searching moments. Now, forward in the future. Who wants to go first?
Oh, I want to go first. Desperately. Unless someone else wants to go first, in which case they can go first.
Okay, Carter can go first. I'm just saying.
With energy like that, who can say no?
Carter, what are you doing in these 2 weeks? How are you?
Well, I'm trying to augment my entire sort of get-up. I think I want to be more of like a man in the chair who stays back and does like support stuff.
Yep.
Whilst my robots go and do the fighting with the rest of the party.
Yep.
So I'm creating a system to where my robots can be controlled not just by myself, but by Evan or whatever his name is. And of course I have fail-safes where I can override it just mentally, but just so I have some extra assistance in that regard. And I'm also planning on how I could take back New Cancun. So, drawing up plans for that.
You draw up plans for taking New Cancun. I want you to give me that insight check on yourself one more time, as you're working on this.
16.
That's good. You start to think, David Coney, and through this work, through this almost meditation, you begin to sort of unravel why it didn't work. And in the end, it was because you commanded them not to. Subconsciously. How do you think this manifests with David?
Sort of like, I guess, a whatever happens thing, he's just more so along for right. He's always had this grand plan, like how make this plan, but now he's just sort of like, we'll see, I guess he isn't really.
Is there any part of David that thinks, I don't want to die?
I mean, he seemed pretty at peace last time. He seemed kind of chilling, so I feel like it's a matter of like he's not afraid of death, but for a different reason now. Like he's like sort of you got one life, enjoy it. So don't do anything that's prohibit you from enjoying life. So
So he's comfortable with death as opposed to being protected against it.
Yeah. He's comfortable instead of being ignorant of it.
You continue building away.
I lock myself in the kidnapping room of the Black Arrow. I shut off all the lights. I sit down, and I spend the entirety of the 2 weeks just bouncing ideas back and forth with the billions of people I have in my head.
Okay.
Just acting as a leader, sending them places, hearing what they're doing, learning, teaching, etc.
It's fucking awesome. Through this, you glean a number of things. One, Caliphate Studios is evil. They are taking taking and giving absolutely nothing in return. But it's also interesting because they're at the mercy of the other two big companies. You think back to a conversation that you read on a text message on Aaron Cole's phone that said, we can always get a different bomb. And that's exactly what Caliphate Studios is. Caliphate Studios is just this bomb. It's just this, although they're incredibly evil, they're just a tool being used by these other corporations because they're willing to do the dirty work and they need it.
Okay, I'm gonna have a conversation with everybody. So, just figure out how that works. I'm sure you've heard my decision to be a more tactical Armada de Armada.
Yes, we have. It is known. It is no small decision, but although we were not expecting it, it is a good one.
From our discussions this past 2 weeks, I've gleaned that Caliphate is but the sword.
Caliphate is but the sword. We have been attempting to disarm them.
So when it comes
we
to
have been attempting to clash the sword. You have been attempting to disarm them.
Caliphate is a tool, but they have their own power, and so I understand that taking out Modern Mining or Knights Templar would simply leave us with a loose cannon, right? I can destroy Caliphate, but I'm worried that one of the other corporations will follow in their footsteps.
And we will deal with that when they decide to.
Understood.
One step at a time, Anzo. We
Yes.
do not transcend time.
And actually one question.
Sure.
Have any of the Legionnaires ever been on Caliphate property? Does any of you billions understand where my next steps would be?
We have no clue where you're going to go next. All we know is that you're going to need to be you.
Yeah, I'm not too ready for that part yet.
You will be. And you see they all sort of shunt you out.
Yeah.
So that it's just you. And in this moment, I need you to make me an insight check.
I know that face.
19.
Whoa! Not what I was expecting. Oh my god.
What does...
You only get a plus 2 in insight?
When Anzo beholds himself, just himself, this is without the beating heart. Everything is still. You're still a real person. You're still alive. Everyone else connected to Toro is dead. You are the only one who's alive. It's all been turned off. You've been glowing this entire time, but when they shut you off, you are in complete and utter darkness. As Anzo beholds himself, what does he see?
He sees a puppet. Well, first he feels loneliness. He feels like he's back without his friends, with his friends dead, with their only memory being tattooed on his arms. And he remembers that. And he feels isolated somewhat, even as a leader, even with a command of billions. He's the only one who's alive. And really, he feels his connection with the Legionnaires.
You feel, as you're sitting here, the ground beneath your feet no longer warm, cold, and you feel through it the vibrations of the Black Arrow. You hear across the hall sort of David Coney working away. You hear running back and forth. You hear some scuffling upstairs coming from Fairman Rosas. You hear some light shouting as Vance primes a warp to another system.
Yeah, and I guess what I see in myself finally is just a man. No longer a warrior, no longer a slave to the corporations, no longer. And while I do remain as the protector of billions, I see myself as a human, and I guess I accept that aspect along with the protecting side of me.
Fantastic. Vance, you and Anna track down this lead, bringing you to a person. And this is going to go sort of montage style, where you are you talk and you find the Caliphate Studios agent that Anna was talking to, and they walk up to you. This is a Caliphate scientist, someone who you chauffeured around a lot with Vega, actually. The scientist goes by the name Corina. Corina looks at you. Vance Orthcloud. Number
2703.
exactly. You're a dead man walking.
Been told as much.
I think you're a lot more than that too.
That I have not been told. I was hoping that you could solve that for me.
You have a very, very good comms officer. You see Anna sort of like... I've had some lead that I've been chasing down in the company that Amar Jin keeps telling me to drop. You see, you guys are in a very secluded area. I can't talk about this like outside of this area, and I have to delete all my conversations with your friend Anna here. But there's a location. Marjin has been very... He really, really does not want this data to get out. I think this data was given to me to keep secret just after Vega died. He told me to burn it. I didn't.
Where have you been keeping this data?
She pulls out a hard drive, hands it to you. Good luck. I'm afraid that's all the time I have. I have to go.
You've been in contact with Amar. Do you have any knowledge about where his whereabouts might be, what his schedule it is?
He's going to be with the king when they bring the Armada online. He has the button that brings this all online. That does this whole thing. When everything goes to shit, it will be because of a button that Amar hands to the king.
Specifically, how can I work my way up the chain of command to find Amar's exact location?
It'll be on the bridge of the Madrid, the king's flagship. If you can break in there somehow, I don't know, maybe that ram will come in handy.
I'm sure it will. I believe we already have an operative within those premises which we may be able to take advantage of.
All right, I have to go. You see she runs. Anna looks at you and says, "You want to find out what this is?"
You're certain we can trust them? Nothing's going to be... The Black Arrow isn't going to blow up when I plug this in?
Maybe we should do it on an external computer?
Sounds like a slightly better idea.
You guys go to the Sci-Fi version of a video coffee bar.
You mean an internet cafe?
An internet cafe.
In the year 2000X?
Yeah. In year 15 of the Galactic Era. Of New
2070-12.
You plug in this thing. You're sitting. See Anna sort of like leaning over your shoulder, going, "Let's see, what is it? What is it?" You type away. She says, "Oh, I have the encryption. She gave it to me a while back." This encryption pops up, and there is one file on this hard drive, a singular coordinate for a random location in dead space.
Do I recognize this coordinate at all?
No.
Whereabouts is it located? Which system? Which
It's sort of
outside of which system?
It's outside of Aragon, just about like somewhere over here.
Will you be in that area anyways?
Yeah, you are sort of in that area.
Oh, we're up there.
No, we've
left Bavaria at this point.
You need to be in Sevilla, so you're going that way. And you take a little detour. The Black Arrow comes out of Warp. You see in front of you, this is completely dead space. There's really nothing around you in this area, but there is a singular box floating in space in the shape of a coffin.
I wanted to pay my respects.
And you're here. The Black Arrow's here. Vance, you can sort of get into an 8C and go out there if you want.
I'd like to join him.
I feel like there's someone that's a bit better at using an 8C.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Right.
You two go out.
Yeah, Vance, what is this? Where is that Vega?
It's a location, that's all we know.
It's a coffin, Vance. Here, let me get you suited up, and I pull out an AC, and I slap it onto his back, hit a few buttons, and it envelops him, and I do the same to me.
You guys coast out into space, clambering onto this box. It's big. It's like about as big as this table. And you see there's a number of things going on in there. As you open it up, there are a number of documents that are sort of stashed in a lockbox in this coffin. And the lockbox is, it's not locked. There's no mechanism. This has just been hidden very, very well. And you grab this box, you bring it back to the Black Arrow. What are you thinking when you open it up?
Is Vega in the coffin?
Vega.
Are there ashes or?
There is sort of in a back compartment of the coffin, there is an urn.
I'd like to take that.
You grab it. What are you thinking as you go to open this?
I'm thinking that whatever in here is something I'm not supposed to see. Whatever is in here is something that Amar doesn't want me to see. And I think back to the fact that I was created as a tool to be used without any sort of home whatsoever, and that Vega gave me a sort of home on their ship, but then that was taken from me, possibly by Amar, and Amar took away every possible home I could have had still there, forced me to go into running. Finally, when I found myself a place I could call home, the Clone Sanctuary on Barbaria, that was once again a home that was almost destroyed and taken away once again by Amar. And all of that is tied to whatever information I find in this box.
You open this box, it is a number of documents. The documents are Vega's will. And the terms of the transfer of ownership of Caliphate Studios, the company. And it is transferred to one, Vance Wardcloud, number 2703. You are the rightful CEO of Caliphate Studios.
First thing I do is I buy new Cancun.
Okay.
Okay.
Furman.
Yes, I want to do one thing. I pick up a new BlackBerry.
Yep. Alright, what are you going to do with this phone?
When we were studying to be spies for Thunderhawks,
Yep.
me and Elena developed a secret code to communicate with each other. We would tap it into walls and leave notes for each other when we were meant to be doing other things.
Yep.
And it is in this language that I message her now. And I say to her, Elena, it is my passions and my beliefs that led me to work for Thunderhawks. And as such, it is my passions and beliefs that must make me part with it now. I hope one day I might be able to return to HQ and rejoin the organization and redevote myself to spreading democracy throughout the universe, throughout the galaxy. But I am this close to bringing about what we've been looking for without bloodshed or violence. I cannot sacrifice that, and I hope one day you will come to recognize that this was the right thing to do. I am texting you from a new number, and I can only hope that you do not try and track me down. And I sign off the letter by saying, "Wish me luck, I love you."
You send it.
And then I crush the phone beneath my foot.
Do you want to look at an immediate response?
Okay, show me.
You're a rogue agent, Furman. J.
I can only hope that it reaches her
Okay.
at some point. Okay.
Furman, you walk down a hallway with Louise in tow. He peels off, says, "Just the door beyond you." And he says, "I'll be listening. Be careful."
I give him a kind of a pat on the shoulder.
Okay. You open the doors to this meeting room that overlooks a space a space complex in Sevilla, in the Sevilla Prime, the large city. And looking out, standing behind the table, looking out at his city, is the Duke of Sevilla, the King of Iberia, King Diero. He's standing with his arms crossed behind his back, both of his hands sort of clasped together on the small of his back. "So, you're the agent of the Thunderhawks that wants to meet with me."
I'm gonna keep it to my chest that I'm rogue now. And so I say, "That is correct. Diero Anton."
King Diero Anton.
I take a seat.
He cocks his head, turns towards you. "What is your name?"
Fermin Rosas, it is good to meet you. I've heard many good things about you.
"And I have heard many good things about you."
From whom have you? From my uncle, I presume.
"And a number of other agents. You are quite the warrior, quite the spy." "What do you want?"
My mother and my father and my uncle fought for Iberia. My father and my mother died for it.
Mm.
I
You
fight
wish
for
to die
Iberia
for it?
too. You may not realize it, but this I fight for Iberia as much as any one of your agents. And Diero, if you do not listen to me, Iberia will be destroyed.
"And how am I supposed to believe that?"
Is there any information that we've gathered along the way that I could have brought? Is there any proof?
The text, you could bring to bear the you could bring to bear the armadas. You could bring
Yes.
to bear the weapons that
Attack on Barbarian.
Okay.
the attack on
Here.
Barbaria.
I have been, over the past couple of weeks, doing an investigation into the prospects of a rise of a social democratic republic in Iberia. And during this journey, I have been led to find out things about the corporate triopoly that deeply disturb me.
Triopoly.
Caliphate, Mod United Mining, Knights Templar.
They are working together.
They are indeed.
What evidence do you have of this?
I pull out the watch which I still have. And I show him the texts.
Oh my god.
Diero, now is not the time for despair. But I have come across information which may save our people yet. But
Ferman, do you know what is to happen to Iberia? Do you know what they're going to do? The king has just figured it out, and you don't know what he's figured out.
I mean, the group chat just got leaked, so now everyone's in big trouble.
do tell.
He pulls his hands away, sits down, he says, they're going to sell my home. They're going to sell our home to the Mughals.
To the Mughals? What allegiance does...
I intercepted a communication from Modern United Mining to the... I intercepted the communication from Modern United Mining to the Mughal Systems Conclave. It said, prepare not your armies for invasion, but your coin for auction.
Diero,
When they kill me and all my dukes and duchesses, there will be no one left to govern Iberia, and per the treaty, it will be auctioned off to the highest intergalactic bidder.
they will do no such thing, but...
And I have gathered all of my dukes and duchesses into one place where they...
Diero, we must calm down.
Give me
There is
a
a way
persuasion
out
check.
of this. Yep. That is going to be a delicious 25.
Fantastic. He goes quiet.
Okay, would it be, so we're sitting across from each other?
Mm-hmm.
Could I put my hand on his shoulder?
He flinches but doesn't draw away or anything like that. My family is going to be there.
Diero, think about what we have now, that they do not know that we know. We have something over them. We can stop this. It is not too late, and I have resources that might be able to help.
Like what?
Diero, it will come at a cost. Not anything sold, but change that needs to be made. And I think you are an astute young man who has read and learned and knows as well as I that even though you try your best, the system does not work. The system does not work.
I'm not a terrible king.
No, you have done only... Who could expect more of you? It is not you. There is no problem with you. You've done an amazing job, but it is not a job that any one person should do.
I agree.
Okay.
Fetterman, I know what you stand for, and I agree with it. I cannot keep being the one bandage preventing my country from bleeding out.
Diero, I have at my back the clones of Barbaria, an army some hundred thousand strong, and we have sources within the Barbary pirates working to secure even vaster command. We have the support of a lord of a planet. We have a legion of protectors of Ginnengat. We have Vansard Cloud.
Let's pop an ambo.
We together can stop this from happening. But I will need assurances.
You would have them.
Then let us agree on this. An interim government once this is sorted, such that we do not alert anyone, such that we keep the companies not knowing what we know. We keep the companies none the wiser to us.
Let us wait until after this whole thing is blown over, and then we will discuss the specifics.
But, Hero, I need to get the specifics in order.
We will discuss the specifics as soon as we are safe.
We need to discuss the specifics.
He's agreeing to anything at this point. Just
Is he agreeing to
This is a
anything?
man with desperation in his eyes.
Okay, this is a man who will work with me, right? He's not going to abuse my help and then overturn everything.
What is your mother's name?
I never knew, I never asked Uncle Luis. Her last name was Alonso.
Louise. You see Louise walks in. Herman, you didn't know? I never told you your mother's name?
I never asked, Alonso. You were all I needed.
Maria. And you see, the arrow goes, my father married a Maria.
What the f***? Am I second in line to the throne of...
You look into the face of your half-brother, the king of Iberia.
I just lean in for a hug.
And he grants it.
He's been alone. He's been fighting enemies from the shadows. Apparent. He's been doing his best to keep the system, which isn't working, afloat, and it just feels good to offer support and be there for someone who's and to have that person, to have more family. You know, these past few weeks have been all about finding family. So, I look at him in the eyes, and I know that he's not playing any games. He's not playing any tricks. He and I are on the same page, and so I put out my hand.
He puts out his hand.
And I pull out a brief, just a napkin. Really. I had lunch earlier.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything on it, but... And I hand it to him.
He takes it, takes a candle, pours some wax on it with his signet ring, stamps it.
And the Walmart napkin is the tree of liberation.
And that is where we're going to end this episode.
What an
We'll see you next time for the finale of Black Arrow, a sci-fi saga.